Naturopath. My name is Hannah and I am a homeschooling mom of 3 girls who are 11, 9, and 7, and I'm also a fully qualified naturopath living in New Zealand. On this channel, I like to share content related to homeschooling, homemaking, motherhood, as well as some naturopathic info throughout some of my content here. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through what my youngest daughter, so my 7-year-old, what she's going to be doing for her independent homeschool subjects this 2025 school year. Okay, here we go. The independent subjects for my 7-year-old daughter. She will be turning 8 toward the end of this year. And technically, and I say technically with bunny ears, she is technically, based on her age, in 2nd grade. Which is year 3 for here in New Zealand. However, as homeschoolers, we all know, and I think we can all agree, that we should all just be focusing on where our children are at and meeting them where they're at and not get too caught up in grade levels or year levels or where they should be for their age and all of that. All of this that I'm going to show you today is where my 7-year-old is at. She is working through things at an incredibly fast rate right now and is just learning and growing so much, and that is the important thing. So let's start off with reading. As we all know, reading is such a huge component when it comes to our little ones. In my mind, she's still, you know, like my baby. So I still see her as like a 4-year-old, even though she's 7, going to be turning 8 this year. It's hard for me to even think about moving her up to these higher level things. It's a little bit scary, but you know, here we are. Anyways, with her reading, we all know how important teaching reading is to our little ones. My 7-year-old has been working on All About Reading for quite some time now, on and off for most of that time, but we have been working on this solidly now for quite a while, and we're just going to keep chugging through it until she completes it, until she is ready to complete it, and at that point we'll be moving on to the level 2 of All About Reading. I have got a full video review of All About Reading level 1 somewhere on my channel. If I find it, I'll link it down below. And that was talking about for my middle daughter. I had huge success teaching my middle daughter how to read with this curriculum. And so far it has been proving to be amazing for my youngest daughter as well. The only thing I will say is she's finding the readers a little bit boring at the moment, but you know, sometimes we have to read stuff we don't want to read. Not everything can be exhilarating and exciting, but what we have been doing to break up the All About Reading readers is incorporating some of the Good and the Beautiful readers. I have the Booster A books here, and these she actually has really been enjoying. She thrives. She's really doing well with these at the moment. So my plan for her is to just keep chugging along with our All About Reading while incorporating some of the Good and the Beautiful books here and there, and just moving along with our reading programs as she is ready to. Another thing that I really like to incorporate for her is a story writing book. This is just a very simple story writing book. There's a space to draw a picture and then write something about your picture. She does really enjoy doing this most days, some days. At the moment, I have her doing this twice a week, and it's just really to encourage her to use the skills that she's learning, to use, you know, the phonics and the handwriting and the words that we've been learning and the, you know, the reading, and just seeing it all tied together. That is my main purpose for this. Moving up into handwriting, she is still working on the Good and the Beautiful handwriting level 1. She's just about finished with this, and I have got the level 2 ready for her whenever she's ready for it. We're just, I don't think we've got many pages left to go. There's probably like 2 or 3 weeks left on this, and then we'll be moving on. Now over here, this beautiful, colorful book here, I just picked this up at Kmart last week when I was there with one of my girlfriends doing some shopping, and I saw this, and I have actually been looking for something similar to this for my youngest daughter, specifically for things like this. These simple little word things for her to actually use some of the things that we've been learning. So this particular book, it's a big 1st grade, so it has like a lot of stuff, as well as math. The whole back portion of it is math, which I'm not intending to use at all. We have a different math program. However, I do really want to get her working on these types of things here, reading comprehension stuff, as well as writing. And again, my hope is really just to kind of tie in everything that we're learning in all of our other language arts areas, just to allow her to use that a little bit more, because obviously when you're doing a program like All About Reading, it is just reading. I do think it is important to have a bit of a variety when you're using All About Reading, so I definitely wanted something like that. So I was really happy when I found this, because I think this will be perfect. Super simple. Currently, we're just doing 1 page of this twice a week, and it's great. It's really good. It's giving her that bit of independence, you know, that sense of like accomplishment when she finishes the page, and yeah, this is like a big girl book. So, and it's colorful, you know, there's cool pictures, all of that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I did consider a program like Abeka, or even the master books, level 1, I think I was looking at. Ultimately, I didn't make a decision, but when I saw this the other night, I was like, yep, this is what we're gonna do. So just pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Moving on over here to our Gather Round units, I have a full video on our group subjects for the 2025 school year, which goes into a lot more depth on the group subjects that we are doing together. Gather Round includes science, history, geography, amongst a huge array of other things. I keep forgetting what they all are, so I'll just leave it at that. But these are the units that we're doing this year, and if you are interested to see our family group subjects, I will link that video down below. So we are working through space, earth science, dinosaurs, unsolved mysteries, creepy crawlies, and inventions and ideas. We do these all as a family. So that is science, history, geography for her for this year. Moving on down to math. Last year she completed the Good and the Beautiful Math level K, which we had been working on for such a long time, and I was, you know, on and off for such a long time, and I was so proud when we finally got to the end of that and we've been able to start this, and she is flying through this. It's so interesting. I mean, and the same thing goes with reading. You know, our children really, until they're ready to absorb the material, they're not going to learn it. They're not going to keep it in there until they're really ready for it. And it's so cool when you finally see like that light bulb moment and they're like, oh yeah, I get this. This is easy. That's where she's at right now, and this is going amazing. We're 2 weeks into our homeschool year at the moment, and she is flying through this, and it's going beautifully. I did print this off myself, so obviously it looks different to if you were to buy it from The Good and the Beautiful. That is something The Good and the Beautiful offer, is the free PDF downloads, which if you live outside of the United States, like I do, it is very helpful to have that printable option. And then she has got Mindbenders level 2. She completed the Mindbenders level 1 last year. We are just swimming along through this. 1 to 2 pages on a Friday afternoon. We only do this once a week. These are logic puzzles that my 7-year-old really enjoys. She gets a big kick out of solving these. So, and it doesn't take up too much time either. I'm not sure if I'll move her on to the level 3 or not when she completes this. They do get quite a lot harder. My 9-year-old is currently on the level 3, and it's actually quite difficult, even for myself. So I don't know. We'll see how we go with that, whether or not we move on to the level 3. Okay, and then finally, I have just got written on a piece of paper over here some things so that I don't forget. All 3 of my girls are going to be doing sign language this year. This is an online course that has a real-life teacher and real-life students that they can interact with during class time. It's just 1 hour a week, and it is actually incredible. My older 2 daughters did sign language at the beginning of last year and found it so beneficial. They still remember so much. So all 3 of them are going to be doing sign language this year, and they're all really looking forward to that when it gets back started. All right, Duolingo, this is not something that I necessarily make space for in our homeschool day, but my girls always have the option to go on Duolingo if they finished all their other schoolwork for the day. I have actually been working through Latin at the moment, and it's really, really helpful. I've been learning a lot, actually. You'd be surprised how much you could learn from Duolingo. And we just do the free version. I don't pay for that. And then moving down to sports, she, as well as my older two, are all doing jiu-jitsu this year. Later on in our winter time, they will all be playing rugby. And then once a week with our homeschool group, we do sports days as well. All right, and there you have it. My 7-year-old's independent subjects for the 2025 homeschool year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!